Hi, and thanks for joining me. My name is Laura Murphy, and among other things, I am an independent consultant and executive regional vice president with Arbonne. And I wanted to create and share this video with you today to hopefully shed a little bit of light on what it means to be an Arbonne consultant and what that actually looks like. But more importantly, what it means to be a network marketer, and to share some information about this incredible industry of network marketing that I am so grateful to be a part of. But this industry is something that 3.5 years ago I knew absolutely nothing about. And but that didn't keep me from having very negative opinions about what I thought it was. And those negative opinions almost kept me from taking a good look at Arbonne as a business opportunity for me. But I did, and I'm forever grateful that I decided to learn about what this really is and not what I thought it was, so that I could base my decision off of that. And the impact that this industry has had on my life, even in 3.5 years, has been, beyond anything I could have imagined when I first heard about it. So I love sharing information with people so that they can see if, potentially this might be something that they'd like to bring into their own life, or that maybe just to learn something new, or maybe to be able to better support people in their circle who are network marketers. So I'm going to do this through sharing my story with you, and I hope you enjoy. And if you have any questions, please let me know. So, as I mentioned, I was introduced to Arbonne 3.5 years ago, and at the time I was looking for a safer and healthier alternative to the products that I was using. From my shampoo to my body lotion to my cosmetics, I knew that there was nasty ingredients filling the products that we were using every day, and I wanted something healthier. And that's when I learned about Arbonne. I learned that the products are certified vegan, that they were free of harmful ingredients, that they were pure and safe, and that they worked. And I loved that. And right away I knew I had to get me some Arbonne. But then I was asked to take a look at the business opportunity with this company as well. And right away, all those negative opinions that I had about network marketing and what it is came rushing forward in my head. And I thought that, this is weird, or it's shady, or it's for people who are desperate, or these businesses don't really work. And all this stuff is in my head. And I was thinking I would absolutely never, ever do something like this. But I politely smiled and said, sure, I'll take a look at it. And I thought, you know what, even if I end up having the information so that if there's someone in my life who might need to do something like this, I could at least pass it off to them. So I sat down to learn about Arbonne. And that evening and learning and that experience, that changed everything for me. Because first of all, I learned that my opinions were not based on anything factual. That there was a whole side of network marketing that was incredibly brilliant that I knew nothing about. And I was so happy that I was learning about it because of the opportunity of what it could bring to my life. And what I saw was that in network marketing, there's an opportunity for anyone to start their own business with no risk, no financial risk, and no time investment or risk of the amount of time they have to put into it. There was no risk, and anyone could become a business owner. And I knew in my life I wanted to be a business owner someday. I grew up in a very entrepreneurial family, and I got to see the rewards that you could have from having your own business. But I also knew that that came with years of dedication and hours and time to be able to reap those rewards. And I remember thinking, I was 24 years old at the time. I was working as a hotel manager, and I was thinking forward to, my future. And I was like, okay, well, how does this whole life thing work? You work X number of hours a week, and you do that for however many years, and and then when do you actually get to do the things that you really want to experience, or the things that you're passionate about if you're working all the time and you only have this number of vacation days or whatever? And it just didn't make sense to me, and I wanted more, and I knew that, but I didn't quite know what that was going to look like. And here I was learning about this opportunity to own my own business with no risk, and I loved that part of it. But I also love that there was unlimited potential for growth. You could grow your business however much you wanted to based on the effort that you were willing to put in and the time that you were willing to commit to it. And for me, I wanted that satisfaction of owning something yourself, so that you could decide what are you worth, that there was no limit to what you could earn, that no one could say to you, this is the most you're going to earn, or this is your raise this year. No one could tell you these are the days you have to work and these are the ones you get off. I wanted to make those decisions, and with network marketing, I realized that you got to decide that stuff. You were your own business owner. And it did look a little different from the businesses I was used to, but that didn't mean it was weird. It just meant it was different, and I didn't know much about it. But there was this whole other side to network marketing that really appealed to me, and it was the lifestyle that you can have by building a network marketing business. And what that is that you can build a successful multi-million-dollar business while working part-time from home. And that to me made so much sense, because that allowed for a different lifestyle than traditional employment or business ownership would allow you. And here in network marketing, you could build this business alongside your current life. So if you're already working 50 hours a week, you just had to find a few hours a week, maybe 8 or 10 to get started, to really, instead of spending that time, watching TV or wasting it doing whatever, to reinvest that into yourself to create this incredibly successful business. And I saw that by doing that, you could bring about amazing changes in your lifestyle in, the matter of a few years. And when I looked at it, I thought, you know what? In life, time we have passes anyway. So if I'm going to start today and redirect 8 hours a week into building a business instead of watching TV, then imagine in 3 years' time or 5 years' time or even 10 years' time, I could have built a successful business that could be changing my lifestyle, and the time would have passed anyway. So it just made sense to me, and I looked at it and I thought, if there's even a small possibility that I can have the success and the lifestyle that I'm hearing about, then I can't say no to this. There's no reason to say no, and there was no risk involved, because I wanted the products anyway, and if I became a consultant with the company, I got a better discount on the products, so why not? And I couldn't think of one single reason to say no. And I think back on that now and how easy of a decision that was for me and how much of an impact it's had on my life. And I'm forever grateful that I made the decision to say why not and give it a try. So I became an Arbonne consultant, and I did not know what that meant. But what I learned very quickly was that as long as you're willing to put forth the effort to learn, anyone can be successful in this business. The system is all laid out for you. It's proven. There are leaders who have, gone before me in this business who have been incredibly successful, people just like me. And all I had to do was follow what they had done, stick with it, put in the effort, and I could have the same lifestyle that they had. And that to me was it was a no-brainer. And it was an effort-based business, and that's the part that made total sense to me in it, was that as long as you put forth the effort, you could experience the rewards that this business offers. So as long as I was willing to tap into the support and the people around me were helping me be successful, I could have whatever it was that I wanted from this. And then I realized that in any business, in order to be successful, you need to get out and share your business with people. You need to tell people that this is what you do. And that really scared me, because I worried, I thought this was a weird business and maybe shady or whatever. Well, what if other people thought that? Would they think that I was weird or I was shady? And, maybe because this is a different business, that they might look down upon it or think that this was something that, I shouldn't be doing or whatever. And then I realized that I was using the products and I was loving them and I believed in them, and I knew that they were a healthier choice. So really, I was just telling people about products that I would have been telling them about otherwise, because when we use something and we love it, we share it with the people in our lives, and that's called word of mouth advertising. We do it every single day. But this business allows you to actually build something based on that word of mouth advertising that you're already doing. So it was a no-brainer to me to be sharing these products with people and showing them how to get a great deal on them, to shop online for them at home, and to make a healthier choice for products that they're already using in their house. Then the other side of what we do is not only share the products with people, but also share this business with people as well. And again, I was scared, because I thought, what are people going to think of me if I ask them to take a look at this? What are they going to think, that I'm shady or I'm weird or whatever? But I realized in that this business was shared with me, and I said yes to it because I saw an opportunity to create change in my life. And the reality is that everybody out there's something in your life that you want to be different. And some people realize that they have the ability to change those things, and some people don't. But what I had in my hands was a solution. If I had people in my life who wanted more time with their family, or they wanted to earn more income to do the things that they loved, I now had a solution for that. I had something that I could say, here, I'm going to show you how to do this, and you can reach whatever goals it is that you have. And in this industry, the more you help people be successful and reach their goals, the more successful you become. And it's this incredible business model that's based on people helping people. And it really is sincere support, because I know that if I can help enough people reach their own goals and change their own circumstances, that in turn I get rewarded for that. And that's really how this works, is that instead of Arbonne investing all this money in television commercials or magazines or paying a celebrity who may or may not be using their product to endorse it, they reinvest that money into ordinary people like me, the consultants, who are out there sharing the products with their networks. And every time you do that, Arbonne sends you a thank you in the form of a commission for doing that. Thank you, Laura, for introducing that person to our products. Thank you, Laura, for showing this consultant how to do the exact same thing. And the more you do that, the more you're rewarded. And I just think about, traditional workplaces, and really imagine that every time you help someone around you be successful, that you got a raise. And that's really not how it works, but this business model is set up in that way. And I realized that it's not weird, it's smart, and it's not shady. It's just something that people don't know enough about. And sometimes when we don't know enough about things, we have our opinions about it. But the smartest thing you can do is learn about what it really is. A few other things I learned about Arbonne and network marketing was that the effort that you put in right now, you are rewarded on for years to come, and that builds a residual income. And that's really what can create the lifestyle that I loved in this industry. So I knew that today, when I went and showed someone how to use and love our products and how to order them online and how to get the best deal on them, that I would be rewarded on that for years to come, because it's a consumable product and people continue to use it every day or every other day or whatever and reorder it. Also, the more I showed people how to be the best they could be as a consultant in the business and how to step into their own potential and become a leader for their own organization, that I would be rewarded on that for years to come. And residual income allows you to build a business without having that business own you, without necessarily growing the number of hours that you're putting into that. So you can have the success and have the lifestyle at the same time to do the things that matter most to you. And another thing, that I loved about it was that there was unlimited potential for where you could take this. It didn't matter where you lived or who you were or who you knew. You could build this business to whatever level you chose to. And success in network marketing is a decision. And I live in a small town in Prince Edward Island, and I know that I can build my business here if I choose. I can build it in other provinces in Canada. I can build it in the US, in the UK, or Australia, and soon into the other countries that Arbonne will be going into. And the great thing about that is that I can show my friend next door or my friend across the street that they can have the success that I have. It doesn't mean that just because I'm here doing it that they can't have that equal opportunity, because you can build your business globally. And that's the really exciting part. And it doesn't matter who you know, because that's how word of mouth advertising works. It spreads through your network. And that's why it's so exciting to think of the potential for what you can create in this business. And I look back now over the last 3.5 years, and really all I did in this business in the beginning was just redirect some hours that I had, that maybe doing something not of any value, into building a business. And because of that, I was able to create major change in my life. I now get to wake up every morning and decide, what's my day going to look like? What's my week going to look like? What's my year going to look like? I get to decide, who am I going to share this business with, these products with? And who am I going to spend my time with? It's a really unique lifestyle that you really do get to create, and anyone can do it. It really does come down to a decision. So I can tell you that learning about what this really is was honestly the smartest thing that I've ever done. And I've seen that, and the more that I learn about this business and the opportunity that it presents, I've learned that this is an incredibly smart business model that I am so proud to be a part of. And it is about to become a very mainstream way of doing business. And in 5 or 10 years' time, more and more people that you know are going to be network marketers. But why not take that time and start now, when maybe it still is a little bit different, and invest that time in yourself, so that in 5 years' time, you could wake up to a completely different life than you have right now. And even if that's just wanting to create a bit of extra income in your household every month, or maybe if it's to, for the bigger picture, to replace an income and change your whole circumstances, it's up to you, and you get to decide. And the people are here to support you. So anyway, I hope you learned a little something about network marketing and about Arbonne today. If you do have any questions, please ask me or someone in your life who is a consultant with Arbonne as well. So thank you very much for listening, and happy 2012.